So Nick is here again with us, dry running the pipes. So we've got the pipes here, hot and cold for the sink. We're going to have another single pipe around here-ish, not 100% sure yet, for the fridge. And we're running them back to the boiler. We're just getting them dry run in now so that as soon as we can get the boiler and the cylinder and everything on the wall, the better, so that we can decommission that old one there. We're getting everything going because this lead pipe in here is split and it just leaks water everywhere, all over this, which is a real pain. Thankfully it can breathe at the minute, so it will dry out once we switch it over, but we need to change this lead pipe as soon as we can. But we can't, there's no point in changing that until we have put the new system in. So we're slowly gearing up to get the new system installed on the wall there. The new boiler, so we have a Worcester Bosch one going in, 36 kilowatt CDI compact. It's a Green Star boiler, so it's a condensing boiler and it is super efficient as they go. I think it's like 92% efficient, wasn't it? I think we saw online, so that's good. We're going to be doing it in conjunction with that sort of Megaflow style system. Obviously Megaflow's a brand, with ours is UV Gold. It was a UV Gold, that was it, yeah. So it's an unvented cylinder system, so it's made by UV Gold, that one. We'll be getting to that bit slightly later. So we've got the new pipe work coming in. This is not my forte, this is not my thing. I'm terrified of getting it wrong and all the rest of it, hence why I'm paying a professional who actually knows what he's doing. And it's regulated, obviously, because it's gas. So we're going to get the boiler up on the wall now. Nick has been getting this on. He's just dry fitting, as it were, these right now, just to get a sense of where they're going to be. We'll then take them off and solder them after. But Nick's going to quickly talk us through the system. He's going to tell you what we're going to be doing for our system. Obviously, it isn't necessarily applicable for you, but you might find it helpful to understand the concept of what it is we're doing.
Right, so we're going to be putting in a combination boiler. So cold mains is going to be coming into that. The hot that's going to be coming out is going to be feeding the utility, downstairs toilet, and also the hot feed for outside.
The reason we're having a hot feed out the front is if I want to wash the cars, having hot water is easier and it's nicer to have a tap, so we're going to have a hot and cold tap at the front. And
all that pipe work will be insulated to make sure that it doesn't freeze and we've got major issues. So then from here we need to run to tee off all the underfloor heating circuit downstairs on the ground floor, and then we also need to bring the flow and return into the cylinder so that it can actually heat up the cylinder, and also we need to bring it so it can join back into the existing heating system, which is feeding upstairs, and a couple of radiators downstairs.
So we'll show you that now. So this is the old boiler here, and we have the flow and the return just up in there. Now this goes into our current, well, this is obviously the boiler, and then we've got the tank in the bathroom above here. We're going to be taking that tank out, but for now we are going to be piping into the existing system, so we've got hot and cold running on our existing services. And then, like Nick said, we need to, there's a radiator down there, we're going to be moving that over to that wall over there, but we still need to connect up to the old system so that we can have heating and hot water and stuff, and then instate it in the new places as well. So Nick was just explaining to me that you would never normally put brass onto copper because the metals work against each other, but as this is a 1 week stopgap, it doesn't matter.
Because we're putting in a whole new...
Yeah, a whole new system, and the mains run, exactly. Yeah, I don't know exactly when the video for the mains run is going to be in this series, or where this is going to be within this series, whether I put it on before or after. Currently we have not obviously run the new mains, we're still working on the old lead pipe there, but we are replacing that, so it'll probably be in an upcoming video. But this does get us working as much as we need to. The old earth bond that's actually the thing that's caused this whole problem. Well, with the leak anyway. We've turned the water on at the road now, and we're just going to check for little pinhole leaks, but it doesn't seem like there are any just at this moment in time. just like that. We're on, we're up and running. Shall I go and check it upstairs?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. So this is our washing up facility at the minute. Yeah. Beautiful. And we've replaced this lead pipe, but it now means that I've got access to be able to chop the rot out of this one, remove it, and then I can sister a new joist along, same as I have with this one and this one, which will run all the way and sit on that brick foundation there, which is good because it keeps that'll keep it nice and sturdy and secure, and this will keep the floor joist heights nice and level as well. So I'm just going to chop this out with the recip now, and yeah, sister the new one in. I don't have to chop too far back, just a little bit, you know, I just need to chop back to around there, all the way along, then we'll have good quality fresh timber. Obviously it would have been much quicker if I didn't use a metal blade on this, but I don't have any timber blades at the minute, so it is what it is, right? You use what you got. So now I can scrape out all of this rot. Like that, you can even see bugs in here and everything. They've been eating this away. Look at that. That was wood. It's now powder and paste. So it's good to have that out, but you can see here where we've got nice fresh timber. Really good. So yeah, I can sister onto that very well. Nice. It's just rotten, isn't it? That's still nice and sturdy. That's good there. Touching, 1, 2, 3. Okay, alright. I'll get a timber lock and a couple of timber locks and I'll drive that in. We are just now boring out the hole. This is the gas pipe that we've got. This is what's going to be feeding the boiler. Nick's just working back to figure out exactly where it needs to go. Obviously this is coming from the gas main, which is under the stairs on the other side of that wall there. Right, so we have, I say we, Nick the plumber has just run a gas pipe and capped it off here. We're having an electric induction hob, but one of my subscribers, a guy called Raf Mo, posted a really lengthy comment in the comment section about all of his findings and learnings from his own project, and one of them was a really clever suggestion, which is even if you're going for induction, run the gas, or even if you're going for gas, run the induction, because it's a small amount of cost and pain now, but if ever you want to change it, or if you sell the place and they want to change it, you've got it there. So that, I think, was a very sensible suggestion. I hadn't considered that, so I was really pleased that I read that. And yeah, so we have done that. We've clipped it down, or it's going to be clipped down to the concrete, so it's secure and out the way. And he's come in 22 and then reduced it down there as well. So that's really good. Just running that through now, teeing that off here. We've also got the mains water in, pretty much ready to go. We've got the system filter ready to attach on there. In an upcoming video, I'm going to be knocking down this wall. It's almost time to go. What we've done is Nick has capped off and drained the radiator out, and we're now going to basically just move it. We're going to lift it off. They're really heavy, so we're going to lift it off and put it over on this wall. Although it's super thin, it is very, very long, which when you've got 2 children and you know there are 4 of us in the house, it's super handy for washing, for drying washing. So although it's not necessarily as efficient that for one that was half the size and twice as thick, it does give us loads of drying space, which is helpful. So we're going to be keeping it, and they do get absolutely blazing hot. So keeping that one, we're just going to move it now so that we can then kick this wall out. Nick is just running the flow and return pipes here. So we're doing it in copper at this point here. I'm going to be boxing all of that in. This is our cold feed that's going to come up. And then we've got our flow and return. And then they turn into PEX along here. We're going to track them up the wall this way. All of this is going to get boxed in. This is the utility room, so I don't mind having a bit of boxing in here. Runs up into there, and then along this wall here it's going to be a false wall that we're going to run all of the services and pipes in the bathroom. So the waste pipe will go this way, the shower tray will be up in there, and all of these pipes can go in there. So this little kind of temporary waste pipe from the bathroom, that's going to get shortened, and that's going to run down here and along. And we'll be able to tee the basin waste, because the basin in the ensuite up here is going to come down along this route as well. So we're just getting the flow and return sorted for this now, which means we can finally decommission the old boiler and get the new one basically ready and in, good to go. So it's quite exciting. We've got the system filter here. That's the system filter. That's like an inline scale inhibitor. And this here is the pressure release valve, or pressure relief valve. It's going to get keyed in. So it's all going well. It's all going well. Right, we are running the flow and return now up into the boiler. It comes up in here. Nick has found which one is which, and he's labelled them on there. So we've got R for return and F for flow. We've done the same on the plastic. It's so cold. It's about 2 degrees today, 3 degrees. So the plastic really is not enjoying being manipulated through here. You know, we've got loads of this availability, but it's so cold. Doesn't like coming through here. So Nick's working it. Do you want me to push from the other end, mate?
Yeah, why not?
Alright. You let me know when to go, yeah?
Yep.
Right, that was a kind of 2-man, 2-arm job. So we got that down. It's popped out just there. We've got the hot and cold label up there as well. Cleaning out the tank in the loft for the last time. Cold, because we are switching it over to the new system. We have now drained out the tank in the loft like that. So that's just doing a final little bit coming out there. And what we've done is up here where this tank is, because this is getting decommissioned now, we don't want it refilling. I just turn off that little tap there, so that tank is now empty-ish. You can see all the insulation that's dropped in it. Delicious. It's very exciting. You have no idea the amount of joy this is going to cause my wife, not having to faff with the old boiler.
For downstairs.
Flow and return.
Yeah.
Fine. So we'll then bring it back downstairs.
Yep.
And connect back up so we've still got heating in the house.
Yeah.
Got it.
Right, it's going to come shooting out.
Stay back. Bet you're enjoying that warmth. Jeez. Do you want a bucket? So is that happened because we didn't drain the system, the rest of the heating system down?
Yeah.
Fine.
But downstairs, I don't know where the
Oh, we don't know where any of it
drain
is.
probably in the front room.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, it doesn't really matter. We've had so much water coming down in here from the water feature that was the old mains pipe. All of this would just drain out.
All of the dust will take care of that tomorrow.
Oh yeah, mate, all the dust when we take this wall out will soak the whole lot up. To be honest, I'm not really bothered about any of it, to be fair. I mean, this ground is completely inert. Like, this has been under concrete for best part of 100 years. Will it do the same on the other side now, or will it do it a lot less because the rest of the water's come up?
Yeah.
Was it nice and warm on your hands?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I thought I'd take my glove off.
Enjoy the most of it. So obviously in any other installation or switch over, you'd probably drain out the system rather than doing this on the carpet. Thankfully we don't have to bother wasting time with that. Nice easy access in there, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah.
Plumber's dream, right? So those two caps that you've put on, were they for heating?
Okay, with the legs that will feed in downstairs.
Ah, of course, yeah.
Hi, Daddy.
So we can cap those off. Hey, baby, we can cap those off there because we're going to be feeding them from the new boiler above that point.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, for now we are just plugging the boiler in. It's about it's about 5 o'clock, is it? 20 past 5, something like that. Basically pitch black, so we're using a big bright light, but we're plugging it into this just temporarily until we've done the S-plan wiring and we've set up the cylinder and all of that. But for now, just to get us back to having some water, we're just going to do some initial tests, pressurize the boiler and see how we get on. That's our condensate pipe down there. That we're actually going to run that into the back of the toilet here. All of this is temporary. A lot of this work is temporary. Not all of it. A lot of this work is temporary to get us up and running, and so we can decommission the old system. And once that's decommissioned and we've built the rest of the house that we need, we can then switch it over fully. But that's why you'll have seen some portions that we've done, where we've been cutting old pipes and putting push fit on it and all the rest of it. Nick's just basically helping us out to keep the house running until we're in a good position to fully switch over. Right, this little pile of copper may seem inconsequential to a lot of you, but that in conjunction with all of that water actually culminates in a big win for us. And honestly, it's such a good day, such a good evening. It is bitterly cold. It's currently -1 outside, and it's about 3 degrees in here where I am. But this boiler is no longer running and pumping hot, wet air into here and condensating on my windows. Look at that. No condensation on those windows at all for the first time in months, because we have finally been able to decommission this boiler. We've got the new one up and running. It is damn near silent. I mean, you just can't hear it. Just can't hear it. It's running hot water and heating to the upstairs. The reason that we didn't reconnect these radiators down here is because tomorrow morning I've got a whole load of mates coming to help me knock this wall out, knock that wall out, and at that point we'll then be able to run the flow and the return for the heating through into this room, which will then reconnect up into the hallway and the front living room, and then we'll have heating there. All of this area out here is going to be on underfloor heating, so that's obviously completely separate altogether. And then at that point, you know, once we've got the underfloor heating and all the rads done and all the rest of it, I'll then be wiring up the boiler and that cylinder. You know, that boiler there at the minute, the combi part of it is just heating the hot water for the single bathroom we've got upstairs. But, you know, at the end of this process, we're going to have 3 bathrooms and a downstairs toilet there, just kind of sticking in this bit there. And so the cylinder will be in play and all the rest of it. These pipes down here are going to get insulated. We're going to stick some insulation on those, and then I'll be putting PIR over the top of them. This here will be a false wall. I can't remember how much I've said of this or how this video has ended up being stitched together, because this has been a week to get to this point here. More than a week to get to this point here. And a lot of it is temporary, just to kind of see us through. But it is a real milestone for us. A real milestone. So tomorrow, it'll be on a separate video, but tomorrow this wall will be coming out, and a lot of this wall will be coming out. You know, obviously up to the end, almost where that padstone is. Right, I'm going to end this here. I don't know if this is the end of a video. If it is, I hope you found this portion helpful if you're looking at plumbing bits. If it you know, just of interest, then great. If you've got any questions, do ask me. Post them in the comments. Loads of guys loads of subscribers to this channel are professional tradespeople or very experienced DIYers, and it's a really, you know, we've got a really lovely community building here of people who know an awful lot. Most of you know a lot more than me, and I'm perfectly happy for people to post comments about what they know, how things can be helped. You know, the whole point in this is for people to learn, which is why I'm not shy about showing my mistakes, and also bringing in professional tradespeople who really know what they're doing and are very good. This is a very complex puzzle that Nick has been able to disassemble, reassemble as a temporary measure for us to be able to keep living here comfortably, and then, you know, disassemble and reassemble again properly afterwards. So don't bother posting negative comments down below about him, because I will just delete them. I will moderate the comments, because he is absolutely brilliant and we owe him an awful lot. Not just financially, obviously, you know, we're paying the guy, but you know, the effort and the care that he's gone to get us to this point is huge. So hopefully you found that helpful and kind of respect that, and I will see you on the next video.